artificial intelligence. Some say it will be our doom. Some say it's the only way we'll be able to survive off this planet. And some say that it just comes up with some nightmare fuel. Osiyo Islanders, my name is Silent, and welcome to DALL-E Mini by Crayon.com. I already have pulled up Crayon.com, but I want to see if there's any difference in between what this pulls up and what Crayon pulls up based on the same images. So, no matter what the prompt, there's going to be two sets. But this program is capable of providing some fantastic stuff and also just absolute nightmare fuel. So we're going to see what we can come up with, just playing around with it. We can be as complex or as simple as we want. So let's start with... I really should have looked up suggestions before this. You know what? Mr. Peanut finds the Tesseract. But I wanted to do this a while ago, but when I first got the inspiration to do it, it was just so inundated with people trying to just come up with random stuff for it that I really couldn't do anything with it. But now it seems to be operating fairly fine. Like, I would need to click the run button like 18 times before it even considered trying to do it for more than a couple seconds. Now they seem to have expanded their server capacity, so that's good. Alright. Mr. Peanut finds the Tesseract. Okay, you know, the Tesseract blue background, that's fine. I don't want to know where this hand is coming from. I hope it's a hand and not just a deformed knob. This guy looks like a deformed knob, but of a different kind of knob. He looks like he's got a kindergartner's fridge art stapled to his nipple. Oh no! We've got this one-eyed Dilbert looking guy down here. This guy looks like he was made by a Swedish toy company. And then there's this concerning one where he is inside the Tesseract and he can see his own fading existence in front of him. But no matter how hard he chases, he never gets closer. Alright, let's see what the other one came up with. Oh my. Well, that guy's got a sideways face and some lopsided mutton chops. That's okay. Here we see the shadow of that last guy I was talking about before I switched to this one. Where he's just infinitely chasing himself, but we only see one shadow from the outside. This guy, he got the full Picasso treatment. Like, he's got a gap missing out of his torso. His eye is three very mal-shaped face holes, and then he's got a floating Pac-Man testicle. Oh no. The Dilbert one got worse. Oh no. But you see what I mean? And why is Sir Topham Hatt fused with Thomas the Tank Engine, and then his soul was rended in twain and placed one each inside these two entities? I do not understand what is happening, but I kinda love it. Oh, here we have Mr. Peanut as a soulless Jedi. The Force has left him long ago, but he refuses to lay down. And in this one, we literally just have the Tesseract, but we see the shadow from inside of the Mr. Peanut that has just given up all will to exist and is ready to become one with the energy of the Tesseract. I'm just making stuff up. But you see what I mean? How entertaining these things can be. Like, and right now it's entertaining. Right now it's all fun and games. But eventually, you'll just be able to go like, hey, I want to see a movie where Jim Carrey fights Nicolas Cage for the Constitution, but they have to do it all in thumb war. And then it'll just generate a movie. Alright, Kool-Aid Man busting through stained glass window. Let's see what that comes up with. Alright, we've got our images, and literally none of these look like the Kool-Aid Man. Let's see, we've got regular stained glass window with actual person trapped in it. We've got Friar Twistface and his morphed hand declaring that he has an idea, but he's already been struck in the head by a meteorite. And then we have him after he got turned into a cat person, which is why you can't really make much of his face. Stained glass is a medium with some limits. Yes, and of course him hiding his face in shame after the stained glass guy just kind of gave up on trying to portray him in any sort of realistic sense. Oh no, and he was replaced by Friar Pigman IV, a fellow mutant, but he was far more scattered and vague, and apparently had a knife protruding from his nipple. Ah yes, Reverend Ghostface V. He had a affinity for embracing random assortments of body parts, and that's where I ran out of ideas for that one. Oh, Mr. Twisty Face is back, and he appears to be holding an eye in his hand. Or maybe that's just the universe peeking through to see what exactly the hell I've done. I got nothing for this one. This one looks like a drug-induced Resident Evil painting. Which, you know what? They might use an RE9. They might. I'm just saying. Ah, yes, yes. And the savior of the mutant church, Reverend Turn-Face Gapmouth. He was totally blind, but he had an excellent sense of smell and a better sense of direction. Which is why he chose to have his portrait so obscured so that little children wouldn't be frightened away. But, you know, it happened anyways. He tried his best. What have we got in this one? Once again, there is no Kool-Aid Man here. There is only tilty-faced McSoulless eyes. Okay, alright, I'm not gonna go through all of these, because, I mean, backwards head McGillis O'Manahan over here, he wants to be left alone, and I'm sure so do these other unfortunate configurations. And the latest one is Spider-Man has lost his wallet. Alright, these ones are actually pretty good looking. Honestly, I think my favorite out of these ones is this one. Like, oh, Spider-Man lost his wallet, but he found it. But where does Spider-Man even put his wallet? Does he just clamp it between his cheeks? Because, I mean, boy's got the cakes to do it. I'm not gonna lie. Those cakes don't lie, and neither do I. Alright. I probably should go through these one by one. We've got, Man Spider over here, who has found a wallet many times larger than he was expecting. I don't think that's his. This one looks like mural art that you would find just like on a wall in New York. It's like, this commemorates the time that my wallet got stolen by my crackhead neighbor and Spider-Man got it back for me. Alright, I can respect that. Alright, well, Spider-Man has clearly found a wallet. I don't think it's his, but he's definitely got the time to swing over there and drop it off. We already found that one, and it looks like a small child in the window has taken his picture, but the picture somehow picked up the drugs that his mother was on. This one, I don't really know what to think. Peter Parker did get bit by a radioactive spider, so, you know, it's a surprise that he doesn't have the power of minutes left to live. But it would explain the green stuff that is apparently coming out of his knee thigh. So, we're just gonna leave Cancer Man to his fate. Oh yes, this is another Spider-Man with the power of minutes left to live. You can see that he's got an extra appendage here growing out of his ass. But it's not a tail, and it's rather lopsided. It's growing off the right leg. That is unfortunate, Spidey, but good luck. Ah, yes, and everyone's favorite, Amputee Noodlebone Spider-Man. Ah, yes, bleed over, poorly painted Spider-Man with the manufacturing error, let's call it, who has found two halves of a large wallet, but I don't think either half is his. And of course, the Spider-Man we saw earlier with the extra appendage growing out of his thigh has returned and found an empty wallet. Okay, let's see if any one of them on the next on Crayon can beat this one, because this one right here, so far this one's my thumbnail. Let's see if we can find a better one. Oh snap! Well, your arm got a little messed up, and so did your face, but you brought back my black rectangle. Okay. Ah, yes. He made the mistake of opening my my wallet and found that I had wired it with stink bombs, and now he is just not able to believe that someone not only was able to trick his amazing spidey senses and practically fart in his face, but he's amazed that the person who stole the wallet didn't get hit by it first. Truly a harrowing story. Ah yes, Cycloptic Spider-Man over here found an extra hand. He found an extra hand, and he found a binder that's the same shade as his legs, so he wanted to just like show it off, like, hey, check out these extra digits I got, and also this thing I found. That is not Spider-Man. That is Doodlebob Spoderman, at best. Doodlebob needed a hero, But turns out he can't draw either. Who knew? Spider-Man getting carded at the liquor store and realizing that he only has a used condom in his wallet. Spider-Man checking his wallet only to find out that Mary Jane has taken off with Norman Osborn. Spider-Man seeing the plane take off and then sparking this crusty joint thing he's got here. Oh my... This really should not be this fun. And at last, Spider-Man on one of the New York bridges, just coming to terms with life. And then, from high up on the bridge supports, we see another cycloptic Spider-Man, plotting Peter Parker's revenge. If this ends up becoming a Marvel movie, I'm gonna have to end up suing Disney. I don't see any way out of that. But you've seen the threats that AI poses. At least for now, you've seen the beginning steps of it. You do not know how bad it can go. In order to prevent the Robopocalypse, you should subscribe, comment, like, dislike, whichever you see fit. But the subscribing one and the liking one, and the commenting one, those aren't negotiable. You better do it.
Anything to house. Wait till you're asleep. Sneak out of the vents like a sus imposter. I will take your phone.
Stay shiny, everyone.